Hey students, welcome in this lecture, and now once again you can see me on your screen where we are going to finish this lecture. And as I have made you understand, the Midnight Visitor, that is lesson number 3rd, given by Robert Arthur. Now in this lesson, one thing we need to understand, that the spy agent Ausubel, as I have mentioned you the name earlier. Now who was Ausubel? I gave you this all information in the earlier lecture. Then also I'll just make some of the recap about that. Ausubel is a character in this lesson who is a fat little man, and he is actually a spy agent in this lesson, while he is actually going in his French colony about the hotel room, and he is waiting for a documentary work or the documentary thing which is about to come there. Now he is having a new friend mate. Who is that new friend mate? His name is Fowler. Now what is the work of Fowler? Fowler is actually a person who is writer, and he is going to meet the Ausubel, where Ausubel is a fat little man. So after watching him, actually Fowler is somehow confused that I thought the men who are spy are always smart enough, they may be tall, they may be looking somehow very interesting, but this man is quite different here. So the expression was turned into depression of the Fowler. So moving further, there is a guest entering inside the hotel room. Now the guest is very furious, angry, and he is frustrated, holding a pistol in his hand. Now if you see a gun pistol in anybody's hand, what will be your experience? You will be somehow surprised out. So Ausubel is meeting to the Fowler. See here. And now they both are about to meet, or they both are meeting Max, where the Max is waiting there in the hotel room along with them. So what is happening here, my dear student? Ausubel moved after opening the door. When Ausubel opens the door, one thing you need to understand, one evening when Ausubel is opening the door, he chuckled out. He was somehow surprised out, and he was thinking that, my gosh, I was thinking, Max, you might have been waiting in the Berlin, but you are here in the France, so I am somehow surprised by you. And why you have come for? So the Max is telling that I came here for a document which is very very important, and I hope that you cannot keep the document safer, so I will keep that with me. मैं मेरे साथ रखता हूँ, आपके हाथ में वो ज़्यादा safe नहीं है. But actually it was an irony speech. It was an irony speech which was given by Max to the Ausubel. Now after watching this whole scenario, Fowler was little bit confused also, and he was feeling adventurous, because he was thinking that a man is waiting inside our same room, inside our same company, with a pistol which is pointed out on both of us. The main point was over the Ausubel, and the second, it was about to shoot, he was about to shoot the Fowler. So now Ausubel moved on an armchair, sat down heavily, and he said that I'm going to raise the devil with the management in this time. And he is playing a trick. See, the mind of Ausubel is very very interesting. Means he is actually trying to play a trick. Now in his mind, it was like a trick. Now what was the trick? I'll tell you out. Sometime what is happening, some of the people's brain are so crucially designed, or we can say that so hybridfully designed, that they can play the tricks on anyone. And same thing Ausubel is about to do. He was actually playing a trick by saying that I'm gonna complain the management, because anybody can come from anywhere. This window is also open, anybody can go from the window. I'm going to complain here. वो actually कुछ ऐसी बातें बनाता है जहाँ पे वो कहीं ना कहीं मैक्स को एक हिंट देता है कि यार विंडो से कूदकर बाहर भाग सकते हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ से बहुत बार लोग भागे हैं, और मैं इस बारे में कंप्लेंट जरूर करूँगा हमारे मैनेजमेंट को, to the hotel room. So this is the second time in a month somebody has got into my room. So this is a nuisance thing, but from the balcony they have entered. कोई ना कोई तो आ ही जाता है. ये क्या है यार, आज मैक्स आ गया, कल कोई और आ जाता है. Every time they all are coming, I'm gonna complain my management. It was a brain game. देखो क्या होता है, sometime when you want to confuse any person, और उसको जिस जगह पे नहीं भेजना है उस जगह पे तुम्हें भेजना है, then you have to play some tricks. like you will say that nobody is going at that place. You know why? Because that place is having some haunted stories and all. तो वो आदमी वहाँ पे जाएगा क्योंकि तुमने उसको कुछ ना कुछ उल्टा पुल्टा बताया है. So that's how we can say that he was somehow making Ozebel's Ozebel was making to play tricks with the boy or with the another new friend whose name was Max, because he wanted to run away from there, or he wanted to save himself as well as Fowler from the Max, because Max was a dangerous criminal. He can shoot them also after taking the document. And they both were, Fowler and Ozebel were waiting inside the hotel room on the 6th floor for the paperwork, a missile paperwork, or you can say a document which was sometime or which was somehow having the deal of the missile weapons. So if you go more further, he said that it's an ordinary window here, anybody can come here, anybody can go from here, and this is not the one thing which I am facing, this door is also not working properly. So balcony, Max said, Max बोलता है balcony कहाँ है balcony, because see Max when he entered inside, Ozebel closed the door. Now there is no way to run. So when the police is coming, obviously there should be an exit. तो Max को एक गलत hint मिलता है कि हम window के बाहर balcony से भाग सकते हैं, we can go from there. और वहाँ पे लेकिन कोई balcony था ही नहीं. But he was mistaken and Max is telling balcony, where is the balcony? Ozebel said with an extreme irritation, बड़े गुस्से में आते हुए बोला that it belongs to the next apartment. अरे what the balcony यार, it is to the next apartment, you can go and visit that balcony, just go. So here he glanced explanatory at the Fowler. Explanatory at the Fowler means he is looking towards the Fowler. है ना balcony? And Fowler is saying yes, there is a balcony. So that used to be connected to the living room. He is giving wrong direction to the Max, so that in the future time, if Max needed to run, he would jump from the balcony and he would be safe according to Ozebel, but he will be not safe if he is jumping from the balcony. I'll tell you the twist of the story, which is very very risky and funny too. So my dear student, it is not a balcony, it is a whole open gallery. He is saying that anybody can come, anybody can go, and anybody can again re-enter in my hall. So that was the condition. And here he glanced exclamatory to the Fowler, and laterly what happened, Max glanced at the Fowler, who was standing stiffly. Stiffly means very strictly he was standing there. He was actually scared out, so he was standing very strictly. Fowler is standing very strictly because he has seen first time a man having a gun. A man is having a gun in his hand. So now Ozebel said smoothly 31 minutes. He saw his watch and he said, oh, 31 minutes, 31 minutes. And then the Max is asking, what about 31 minutes here? And he's saying that 31 minutes may be the last minute for you. Same thing was repeated by the criminal, that was the Max. He is also telling that 31 minutes, Ozebel sings moodily, and the appointment was made with the 30 minutes gap only, means about the paper was about to come. So lately what happened here, they all were knowing that something is gonna happen very very dangerous and very very interesting also. And after that, I wish I knew you learned about the report. Max said, I wish मुझे पता होगा report क्या है. Max said to the Ozebel. The little spy smiled evilly, and he's smiling. Yes, I know what is in the report, my dear. And I wish that I could not harm you. I'll get it back tonight, and what is not there, that I'm not gonna hurt you. But if you'll call any police, or if you're making some sound, I can shoot both of you. In that meanwhile, Ozebel is actually attending a phone call, and he is then responding to the Max, and he's responding to the Fowler that police is going to come because I have called them for a general checkup. After listening this, suddenly Fowler was shocked out, as well Max was shocked out, because there was no any plan of police inside the story. But Max said that within some time police can be coming there because I have called them for a general checkup. But actually he has called not the police officers, he has called actually somebody other. I'll tell you who was that person. As you know that Max was a person who was very very interesting and a criminal person, but the Ozebel was a person who was having a very sharp mind. So afterwards, my dear student, what happened, when there was a knock on the door, there was a very heavy knock on the door, Ozebel was smiling and Max was somehow, he was frustrated at the time, he was somehow confused what to do, what not to do, and he kept his one of the leg out of the balcony. out of the window, and he thought that if there is any police, I will jump and I'll run from here. So after some time, what happened, when the Ozbel is going to open the door, he was badly warned by Max that if you are doing any cleverness, I will shoot both of you and I'll jump from the balcony, I will go back to my home. So when Ozbel is about to open the door, same time the balcony, which was somehow placed with the leg of this Max, was jumped from the hotel. Now Max is jumping from the hotel. As soon as he is jumping from the hotel, there is a very loud scream sound, "Bachao," like that, "help me." Okay, this scream sound. Fowler was interestingly asking after that, he interestfully asked to Ozbel, what was that sound from the balcony? Where did he go? And where is the police? He said, Ozbel, there was no police officer, there was the room service boy whom I have called. And I just said that there is police outside. So he jumped from the balcony. So there was a question, now where is the Max? Max is actually somehow dead. He said that he would not live alive because there is no balcony. So he made Max to jump from the 6th floor downside by giving him wrong hint in the story. So the story is leading with the mind game, with the spy, all the documentary work, and also with the theory where you can understand how to deal with your bad time and how to train your brain when you are actually stuck in a problem and the solution. So my dear student, keep revising this lesson. This lesson is very interesting and you read once again by yourself, and also if you have any doubt and queries, you can clear it by searching over the Google, and we'll meet with the other lesson in some other day, in some other lecture. Till then, you can keep care and also maintain distancing, keep revising.